Brosplay.
Oh, I think I got C4 from that too. Fuck yeah. Why does the covert... Yeah. So you get a covert drop, and they're like, okay, well, we got to give him a covert SMG, we got to give him some ammo, we got to give him some grenades, and then we're going to give him C4.
Yeah.
So you can be all covert and shit, blow everyone to hell.
Obviously.
Wah! Okay,
This
get out.
We've been playing this game through so many different parts in my life that it just it reminds me of so many things.
By so many parts, you mean like when we were young and now? And...
Well, no, actually, I just meant recently. There's just been so many different progressions, both in my life and in the way that we do the channel and the 2 microphones set up, and this is also one of the first shows where I really felt like this is us.
Warm weather just changes everything, man.
It's also suddenly warm. We get to compete with the heat. Yo, compete with the heat, brah.
Oh, that's to get out. That's not to turn.
So where are we going?
Oh, always the Russians.
Always the Russians.
Yeah, well, the Russians give us supply drops, so no offense, but I could care less about the Chinese. Yeah. I prefer to have really good relations with everybody, but everybody asks you to fuck up all the other people.
Yeah.
So it makes more sense to just run down one place all at once and then move on.
So that's the real issue that Charlie Sheen's... It's finally catching up with Charlie Sheen, is he just wanted to have good relations with everyone.
Good relations or intimate relations?
Is there really a difference?
No, not with Charlie Sheen.
Can you... Yeah, never mind. I was going to say, can you bus it, but...
Actually, I think you can take a bus. I think it's just really fucking slow. It's just trying to do a pit maneuver on this guy.
Fuck the bus, yeah. Oh. The bus?
Oh, we got him. You hear that?
I did. Oh,
That's
I
the
did.
sound.
Okay. I
That's
like
the
that.
sound.
It's taken 14 episodes, but
We got it.
I heard it.
We got it.
I like how there's a... Like, this is very MMO. To have the the HQ guard name just popped up over his head in green letters. Or yellow letters.
That's a really good point. Also, the same thing with like the Ace of Spades and stuff. They do that like circle around them.
Omerta!
Omerta.
If only I remembered... If only I could remember how the song by Lamb of God goes.
That's all I was thinking about.
Yeah. All
Just
I can
sing
remember
Hourglass.
is that... What?
Just sing Hourglass.
I don't remember how any of them go.
Yeah, Hourglass is actually more of a song for its instruments.
So goddamn easy to write this. You make it spill on the bread.
Is that actually a song? You should make that shit up.
No, that's him.
Jacobs.
I love the music in that part. I was actually gonna do it, but then I realized I was like, I have to focus on not fucking this up, and then I didn't really quite hit the key I was trying to hit. But
You definitely won't do any justice to an instrumental song either.
Well,
Well, that actually wasn't so bad. I mean, look at those sound waves. Look at those beautiful sound waves. God, these loading screens are probably the most defining feature of this game.
they're for at least 45 seconds, and I think that's really if you're going for a loading screen, you want it to either be 3 seconds or 45 seconds, because anywhere in between, it's like, what the fuck are you doing here, bud?
Just gonna confuse people.
Oh,
I think we've done this one.
Hey, don't write off mafia bosses. Right? Sometimes they're just, some people just are born into mafia, Actually, that's the entire idea behind
Yeah,
mafia.
that's all of what the mafia is about. I don't think there's a mafia in which people aren't born into it, except for
when it first starts.
Okay, we gotta figure out how to get through these like really soft objects.
Probably avoid them.
Hey, fuck you!
What did she say? Don't let the who let neck to? Oh, this is a guarding mission. Oh.
I don't think they know who I am. Oh! No, I think I have to kill him. This is going so well.
What's happening? Hijack him, dude. Hijack him. Oh. I believe in you.
I don't.
That's gonna hit that. Oh! What?
Oh, 4 of them?
4 of... Oh, no.
I'm definitely gonna fail this mission. He's gone. So why were they not afraid when they thought I was a Russian? They're only afraid when they think I'm me?
Yeah. That's really that's a little unnerving when the States has more issue with an independent Swedish man than they do a hostile Russian mafia in North Korea.
Yeah, I feel like also the Russian mafia probably has a very similar reputation for being vicious and brutal.
No, I'm pretty sure I heard about them. Like, they like to give people like soft teddy bears and stuff, right?
Warm blankets for the winter season.
Warm blankets.
Fucking kerosene for their lamps.
Aw, serious firepower. Tanks or aircraft bringing you down. Bring them down with a mix of anti-tank and anti-air weaponry.
You say that like a joke, but when there was those major earthquakes in Japan, the Yakuza was the first ones to respond to help people, give aid. Like before the government was even able to mobilize.
That's actually something I've heard recently of groups of what were at one point were considered infamous, that they do community-based stuff. Nice community-based stuff, you know?
Well, because the entire point of... Jesus, give me the sniper drop! The entire point of being in the Mafia is to, like, protect yourself and your family and your country.
That's how they all came out. That's how all of the large crime organizations started, is a way of protecting the ones close to them.
When the government won't do it.
Because there was a point, like, we make a lot of jokes still about the government now. This show always gets political because the whole game is political. Like, every time we play this game, we end up talking about stuff that it's like a little too heavy, but whatever.
Stuff we don't know shit about either.
We also don't know anything about any of this stuff. But, there, like, we make jokes about the government now, but there was a point where the government really was just a faction.
That's a really good point. If you watch like a show like Hell on Wheels or Turn, it really becomes obvious.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, this is only the government because they won.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's actually a really great point. Like, they're essentially just, like, they declared themselves government.
Well, what was it that... Jesus, I'm gonna butcher a quote and not know who said it. But the best way to keep people enslaved is to give them too much to lose.
Yeah.
So rather than taking everything away from someone, the best way to enslave people is to give them just enough that they won't do a revolution.
Oh yeah, allow them to have children and a home.
Yeah, allow them to feel safe.
Oh shit, high-powered, faraway sniper attack.
Well, that was easy.
Wow. I actually love how uninvolved you were allowed to be there.
Yeah, and no one even knows it was me, even though I just shot a loud, high-powered rifle at him.
Yeah. Dude, I was just watching a video yesterday. Was it Looper?
I like Looper.
Okay, good. Yeah, it was Looper. And it was like top assassination attempts caught on tape.
Oh, I saw that video, but I didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
It sounds dark.
It's really dark. I can't believe how many there have been. And those were only the top ones. Ooh, witnessed as allies. Yeah, there was a few. I was really impressed with this one, because the guy goes up there and the gun jammed. Like, he just, like, he walks, he's on, the guy's doing a thing on a podium. The assassin walks up, takes a shot, nothing happens, and then the dude just like just knocks it out of his hand, and then immediately turns into like a roly-poly old dude. It's pretty funny.
Really?
Yeah, he really like John McClane's it out of his hand, and then like gets pushed aside and does this like upside down roll. It's pretty interesting. Nice. I really like the attention to detail. I love how the like RPGs are not. If you don't guide a rocket, it doesn't just fly straight. It's got
not at all.
Especially when you only have like tiny little fins to keep it just going straight.
This is not what I wanted. Give me my map. Yeah, well, also, an RPG is not even a rocket by technical standards.
It's a grenade.
Well, it's a rocket-propelled grenade.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Imagine you took a grenade and strapped it to a rocket. That's kind of the idea.
That's probably what they did first. Man, that's the worst joke in the Losers, and they put it in the trailer. I'm like a black MacGyver. Blaggyver. Oh!
Yeah, it's a pretty terrible joke.
It's like, every time I hear it, I wish that they took it out of the show, and especially the trailers. It was not that funny.
I don't think they should take it out of the entire movie, but yeah, it's not a trailer worthy. Why is it still sliding?
No, because like the character is not an idiot, and that joke makes him sound like he is.
That's a good point. But also, I mean, I know smart people that'll make a dumb joke and like a really dumb joke. I think you made one before this episode started.
We make dumb jokes all the time, but this is an unscripted, unedited. Just let's just shoot the shit and say stupid stuff. And
It's true. It wasn't consistent with the tone of the movie.
no, and that was a comic book movie. You're allowed to do anything with a comic book movie. You can make it as ridiculous as possible.
You can ruin it as much as you want.
Absolutely. You have the right. You have the freedoms to ruin a great IP. Incredible Hulk 1? Not Incredible Hulk. No, it was just called The Hulk, wasn't it?
Which one? The one with Eric Bana?
Eric Bana, yeah.
That's called The Hulk.
Okay, Eric Bana's fantastic. It's just they were not ready to do the animation that they wanted, and I forget. Honest Trailers describes him perfectly. It's like the Jolly Green Giant mixed with Shrek mixed with something else. Like, it's so funny their description of what he looks like, but it's definitely not there. The Ed Norton one is fantastic though. That one's really well animated.
And Ed Norton's also fantastic, which really adds to it.
And Mark Ruffalo. I love that one because they made him look. They made the Hulk version of him look like Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, looks just like
That's
him.
what I loved about that.
I would say that's the best version of the Hulk to date, but I don't think that Ed Norton really got a chance.
No, he didn't.
Right?
He didn't
Played
get
one
much.
movie, which is the origin story. So that's always an issue. Origin stories are never the same.
No. Have you seen that post? It was like how do you control? It was like, how does so and so on the internet control being triggered? He's like, that's my secret. I'm always triggered.
I did see that. I'm always triggered.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, that's just a fucking tank.
I'm the most triggered human being on the planet. The amount of things that trigger me are unbelievable. I just don't go about talking about it on the internet.
Why did I lose?
You completed it. Thanks for joining us.
I didn't lose at all.